People!
It's locked!
It's fun.
Are you getting this? Hey!
I think that he has for me, right? That I love him.
What is love and what does it mean to you?
Love is that nice warm feeling in your chest.
It's an emotion that, like, I don't know.
God is love.
Self-sacrifice, making your life more difficult for somebody else so that they can have a better life.
Like, not as like a certain thing, but kind of the things that you do for others or that others do for you.
Love is a choice in many ways. And it's not necessarily always a feeling, but it's making that conscious decision every day that you're going to love this person.
In the words of the almighty Mr. Swaim, love is it's the greatest gift you can give to another person.
When you love someone and that loves you back and you can't ever let them go.
What do you love? Even like the littlest things, like watching a movie together, like, it just makes me feel really happy.
I love like those random strangers that like smile to you because it's just like those random acts, you know, that just make you feel loved even though like you have no idea what that person's name is.
I love like meeting new people, and I love like when like you're getting to know someone. That's like my favorite. Yeah. That's like my favorite thing.
Who do you love?
Him. Dick. And I hope he loves me.
And I do.
Do you guys love each other?
You just
Yes.
answer that, yeah.
Yeah?
More or less, every day. Yeah.
Have you ever been in love before?
Yes.
Want to tell us about it?
No.
Why? No.
Feel it actually is when you get like random people will compliment you and stuff. I think that makes you, because it's kind of like, it catches you off guard.
I felt love throughout my whole entire life by my family. I felt love on my team.
How do you think we should show people we love them?
You show love through affection. Like that. Group hug.
You show them support, care, and like just gratitude and respect for who they are.
It's a give and take that you have for each other.
When like your heart stops when you talk to them and you get nervous.
Getting
Don't worry about
married
it.
is gonna be tough.
Why?
You gotta make babies.
Hey, your middle name is May.
The commitment. That's the beautiful thing about marriage.
Cooking for each other. God.
Yeah,
Oh, the only thing I can cook is pancakes.
I like pancakes.
Hey, what do you love about one another?
I can't answer that one. That's a secret.
Dependable. He's dependable.
That's true. I am. You are too.
I was first attracted to Mr. Carrier's great sense of humor and outgoing personality. I've always been, big surprise, a little more serious, a little less lighthearted, and one of the first things I noticed about him was his smile and his laughter, and it encouraged me to see more of the light side of life.
Bridget is incredibly giving. She'll always be the first to listen to someone and give attention to anyone who's in need or needs, to be heard or given advice. Extremely compassionate.
It's her tender heart. I tend to be a little cold and distant when given the choice, and so she's shown me how to actually care about others more than myself. Because I'm just naturally selfish, and she seems naturally selfless.
Thomas's natural sense of joy, the most.
it's always present regardless of what's happening in his life. He's just always naturally joyful and grateful for every day and everything that he has.
Very clearly, I see love in the feelings I have for Mr. Carrier, and I think that he has for me, right, that I love him. But I was introduced very nicely, beautifully to love by my parents and in my family. My parents have been married 51 years. But I feel it in my work, I feel it in the students that I teach.
She was abroad. We'd been dating only for a couple months, and we had kept in contact. And just looking back on those first couple of dates and staying in contact, I realized, I thought she was really beautiful and very intelligent. And
I was wondering if I should ask her to marry me. And, I just kind of thought, is this the right thing? I was 22 years old, had a whole bunch of my life in front of me that I had no idea what I was going to do. And I was actually at Mass with her, we were dating, and I sneezed as I was thinking about this. Should I ask her to marry me? And she said, God bless you. And so I took that as a sign that, okay, God's blessing me to ask her to marry her. And I actually felt overwhelmingly loved in that point, that I had found what I was supposed to find in my life.
What is one piece of advice for a long-lasting marriage?
He eats garlic, she eats garlic. Because if one person's breath stinks, it's kind of hard to be nice. So if you both stink, hey, it's golden. So whatever you're doing, do it together.
When you do love someone and you want to, give your life to them or to whatever degree, ultimately it's, well, how selfish am I being? Like, how much do I see this as like my relationship? So one of the personal struggles is being willing to to fully give yourself to that other person instead of like, okay, this is how we're going to live, like according to my rules.
Has your love faded with time?
No, it grows.
I think it grows over the years. You depend on each other and you pull together and do more things together, especially after you're retired.
And you don't have to fertilize it, it just grows.
Like the grass.
Like being engaged has been really cool in that we, for so long, had always thought of ourselves as kind of like, we were dating, but we always kind of saw ourselves as kind of independent. But now that we're engaged, we have to totally change our language. It's not, what am I gonna do? It's, what are we gonna do? And that's really cool and also really scary, but it's brought, I just have loved seeing how we are slowly transforming from people with two different minds and two different hearts, but I can see us slowly starting to merge closer and closer into becoming one person. And, of course that will happen on the day we get married, where it will become like, spiritually official, I guess. But at the same time though, it's a process, and it's cool to see how our minds and our hearts are already like starting to kind of align into this awesome unity.
How important is love to life?
Very. Very.
Give some reasons.
Everything that we live for, our faith, our family, our future, it all has to incorporate love in some way.
Without love, nothing that we do really matters.
Life is for love.
Life would be very boring without love.
Love is fundamental. Love is the most powerful force. It's the whole reason why we're here. God created us out of love, and that's our whole vocation, is to love. Not just married love, but in everything that we do is to bring love into the world.
I would like to have you guys prove to me that you love me right now.